So I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2.5 years ago. You never think that this is going to happen to you. So obviously the first reaction was like, why me? I love you. You are part of my body. You are part of my cells. But in this body, there is no room for the both of us. You have to go, and I'm gonna stay. And that's how I start feeling the healing, and I just keep going.
Hola, and welcome to the Dare to Start interview series. My name is Alina, and for 30 days, I've been talking with brave men and women who dare to start, whether it was a business, a project, or a big idea that felt scary at first. And the goal with these interviews is to show you that with every big accomplishment, everything that we overcome is because we dare to start and we dare to give that first step. Today, I am very happy and honored to interview my friend Nelcy Baltz, that has an incredible story and is going to tell us all about her Believe Cancer Foundation. So, Nelcy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you for the invitation. It is an honor to be here and to be considered to be part of this project. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for saying yes. So, of course, I know you for a long time, but for everybody watching, can you please give us a quick introduction about you?
Absolutely. So my name is Nelcy Baltz. I'm from Bogota, Colombia. The Baltz is from my husband. I married him 22 years ago. I'm the mother of two. Joel, he's 15, and Violet, she's 10. And I'm an entrepreneur. I have a photography studio. That's my business. And I'm also a community leader. And now I'm the president of the Believe Cancer Foundation, who we're going to talk about that.
Yes, so she has not only has been giving her heart to her family, but also to the community, and that's one of the things that I admire the most of her. Well, a lot of things, but yeah, thank you, Nelsie, for everything that you do. And yes, today I do want to highlight the amazing things that you're doing with the Cancer Belief Foundation. So, can you just please tell us what it is?
Absolutely. Believes Cancer Foundation is to provide care to the patients during, before, and after the treatment. Not only the patients, but the family too. Provide care we have mastectomy pillows. We have gloves that are used for neuropathy. When chemotherapy is going through the system, it's really common to have neuropathy. So there are some gloves with ice that helps to prevent or minimize the effects. So everybody's different. We can just really say that it works for everybody, but at least we try. And we also have the pleasure and the honor to get the first electric recliner, which is very good for patients while they're going through surgery and the recovery. I tested myself, and it was an amazing tool to have. And a lot of people doesn't know that all these little things help and make the adventure to go easier. So that's our mission, is to provide just comfort items for patients.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for working on that mission, because when we think about cancer, there is a lot of items that go into that, and of course the whole idea is to prevent it. But if you're already going through it, I think your mission of just helping, and I love when you say adventure, because we're gonna get to talk about that.
Yes.
But if it's so much nicer to go on that adventure with comfort items, which brings me to the next question, which is, why did you decided to start this foundation? What is the story behind it?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2.5 years ago on March 3rd, 2023. So the thing is, when I get the diagnosis, the phone call from the doctor saying you are positive for breast cancer, obviously the first reaction was like, why me? Like, you can, it's not cancer in my family, no reason for me to be there, because I eat healthy, I exercise, I drink my water, I do everything that I was supposed to be doing. So cancer wasn't in my list of possible illness to have. But having that diagnosis changed my life. And I said, sometimes people laugh when I said, I got the phone call and I say, thank you, doctor. Congratulations, you have breast cancer. And people say congratulations. They're like, yeah, it may sound ironic, but it's true because thanks to that diagnosis, I changed a lot of things in my life, and also it changed. It did a change of my on my way to give back to the community. I'm a community leader, and I was always helping healthy people, and I found another way to help, which is people who is not doing well. So going through that journey also inspired me to help. Like when I was in chemotherapy, because I had surgery, I did a double mastectomy. I had chemotherapy because the cancer, even though it was small, it was very aggressive. So when I was sitting at that chemotherapy chair and I look around the room and I saw all these people alone. Some people doesn't have nobody who bring them food. Some of them were asking like other people, "Hey, you're going to get something to eat? Can you get me something?" And they were giving the money. Or some people is like waiting for an Uber to pick them up. It's really sad. Like I was blessed to have a really good network support, but seeing that scene is what did the click in my head and said, "This is it. It's not why you sent me this. It's for what to do what." And that was the reason, and that is the mission. So I understood at that moment. I understood that that was the reason, and I just took it seriously. I normally take a little notebook to my chemotherapy, and I start making a plan and making notes about how can we help and support these people. And I've been blessed to be around an amazing network. I know a lot of people in the community, in the Hispanic community, and just with few calls, we were like coordinating ways to help other people. So I think this is the true call for me, and this is how believe can, and the name believe, because you have to believe that you are good. You have to believe in what you're doing, and also I had a teacher one day, and I was looking with a lot of name believe, say, sorry, believe, faith, strength. You know all of those things that they do. But my eyes went to the word believe, and I said, "This is it. I feel it." So that's how the name come up. And
Oh,
then the slogan is "Nobody fights alone," because the situation was happening that day.
Elsie, this is a true exemplification of who you are as a person. So when you introduce yourself, you said a community leader. And yes, a lot of people can say those things, but as you were describing your story, I literally picture you sitting down in the chair in a gloomy hospital room, looking around, and you yourself were going through something very hard for your body, and you were receiving chemotherapy is not easy.
Mm-mm.
And instead of you just thinking of you and how this is affecting me and how this is going to change my life, your eyes were on everybody else. And that shows who you are as a person. Like, you don't have to say things, you just by acting, it really shows how of a community leader you are. So thank you for sharing the story. Thank you for seeing the not obvious, because unfortunately, a lot of people go through cancer and they didn't perhaps have the same experience as you. So thank you for going that step above and beyond. And I do know that you are on the other side, but I would like for you to share the good news. And also, you have a story about Amazon that I really want to know
Oh
as
yes, yes. So thanks God, yeah, I've been cancer free since I got my surgery. I went, yeah, and you're right. I went through 5 surgeries in 2 years. So now that I sit back, actually, like 2 nights ago, I was talking to my husband, and I was counting how many surgeries I have not in my life with my 2 C-sections and my gallbladder removed, and it's like wow, it's a lot. But it's just the fact of the positive attitude and how you can just focus on the positive and not in the negative. And I think that's the key. So talking about that is when I was going through my journey and my adventure, I call it now. I started looking. I did a research and I said, "Bueno, how can I prepare for this for this surgery? It's not in Spanish preocuparse, sino prepararse. I don't know how we can say it in English. it's
yeah,
not to it's
not
not to
to
worry, but to get
occupy but be proactive.
exactly. So I started doing research and I found mastectomy pillows. I found the gloves. I found like a rosary. I'm a Catholic, so I had a really cute rosary. A lot of different things that will help me. Little glass, like bottle, like a little nice glass with messages, a blanket, and I was going to buy that to get ready for the surgery. But when I was about to press the button for the to buy the stuff, one of my friends' boys come when I was telling her that I was going through, and she told me, "How can I help you? What can I do for you?" And then is when I said, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe they can buy this for me, so I will feel them close when I'm going through this." So I call her back and say, "Hey, I have this idea. We have baby showers, we have bridals and everything. What about a booby shower?" She was like, "Nancy, you're crazy." Like, yeah. And I explained her. She said, "It's a great idea. Send me the list." And then just the few people that I told, and at that time, my circle, and I sent the list, and everybody loved it. So it was really nice because every time I open an Amazon box, come over and I open it. Oh, I got the blanket and the little note, and I was like preparing for the moment. And then when I was using the items, I feel the love of the people. Like, oh, this is the blanket that so and so gave it to me, and this is my water, and a lot of things. And I think that helps also with the attitude, the positive attitude, and always being looking forward to a faster recovery. So, and then I have another great circle of friends who they talk together, and she planned a meal delivery. So the week when I was having chemotherapy, that was her idea. The week when I was having the chemotherapy, they start like she had 5 friends. So every day, one of them sent me food for not only for me but for my family.
For the
So
family.
I'm so blessed and thankful for that. And I think that and now that I'm telling you this, I think just everything comes back because when I was thinking about that people, now those people were caring about me. So
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Amazing. Yeah. The circle. What you give, it comes back, good or bad, right?
Exactly.
So I know that it has been challenges, and I know that just going through cancer, it's a challenge and adventure in itself, but also starting a foundation when you mentioned that you have a business, that you're a mom, that you're a community leader. So throughout all this journey, is there any challenge, fear, doubt that you've seen more recurring, that has made you think, oh my god, maybe I should stop doing this, or some roadblocks that you have had along the way?
Honestly, at this moment, no. I'm being so prepared. That's why I say that God prepared me for this because I'm in the community for more than 15 years, almost 15 years. And through all of those nonprofits that I work with, that I help and support voluntarily, because I didn't get any pay for any of those voluntary jobs, but I learned a lot. I learned how to create a 501c3. I learned how to manage a board of directors, how to do all the operations for a nonprofit. So by the time I decided to open Believe Cancer Foundation, it was kind of easy, quote unquote, because it's not easy, but I have the knowledge. So that helps me a lot. And then once you get this, because we are 501c3, so one thing is to be in a nonprofit, but then once you're 501c3, more doors open. So that's what important to be in that part. And then the board of directors was an amazing group of women that support me at the time. And as long as we're going changing things, some members come, some leave, but I think it's really reward. I mean,
Rewarding.
rewarding to see how people believe in what you believe in me, and how they say, "Nelcy, I'm doing this because of you. I believe in what you're doing. I know you, and I support you 100%." So I have a lot of support from all these people in the community. So until now, I haven't had any big challenge. Probably they will come. Who knows? But no, right now everything is in smooth.
Well, you had to overcome yourself, the biggest challenge ever, so this is just what it needs to happen. Everything has to be nice and smooth. So part of the interview is it's it's about daring to start, atreverte a empezar, and it's about inspiring people to learn something from what they're hearing. So from all your experience throughout 2 years and a half that you have gone through cancer, creating the foundation, if you can pick just one key lesson that you would like to teach everybody that is watching this interview, what would it be?
Never stop believing in you and in what you're able to do, because sometimes these things that happened makes you stronger, and you think that you can do it. Like when I got the diagnosis, like how I'm going to go through all of this, uh, and just pray to God and believe it in me. And I said, I can do it. I can do it. It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be impossible. And just believing that I can do it, that helps and that guide me and take different roads to get to the end, because my purpose was my family, my kids, my husband. And I was like, I can die. I'm too young, they are too young to be without me. My husband is too handsome to have another woman. But no, just kidding. But just believing that I can do it, and I think that's the key for everything, not just to inspire them to do this, but to do anything in your life. Everybody said, like, if you did it, I can do it. That maybe sounds a cliche, but it's true. The opportunities are there, the options are there, and we make the decision. I could be, as you said, sad, crying, being in my bed all day every day, but I have my chemotherapy, or sat in that chair, which is another story, how I overcome the chemotherapy, because I was so afraid about that. But it was my decision of being positive and taking good attitude and overcome, or being down and sad and crying and complaining when I was nothing else to do. It was already there. So I told my little, I call it Carsi, no, because carcinoma. So I
Oh,
called and I said, hey Carsi, I love you. You are part of my body. You are part of my cells. But in this body, there is no room for the both of us. You have to go, and I'm gonna stay. And that's how I start feeling the healing, and I just keep going.
I love that statement. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that, and I hope that nobody has to go through cancer because it's
No.
horrible. But if you are going through it, or if you know somebody that is going through it, I think that's something that we should highlight and communicate so that we everybody is aware of what they have to say to themselves and to their bodies. Thank you for sharing
Mhm.
that.
Yes.
Well, this has been amazing. I am very excited to learn more about it. Of course, I know, but I didn't know that many details. And it really just makes me excited for the future because
Mhm.
I feel like we're just basically starting. And I think there is a lot of room for help, for growth, a lot of more people to touch and to help. So I
Mhm.
know that everybody is also excited to get connected with you. So how can they find you in the internet?
Yes, we have a website, Believe CF, for Cancer Foundation, believecf.org, or in Facebook and Instagram, Believe Cancer Foundation. And one more thing, I invite all the women and men to do their self-exam, because that's how I found my cancer. So always, every month, do your self exam, touch. Don't be afraid of touch or find something, because that's the way to prevent. So prevention is the key. So right now, anytime, any day, you do your exam, and also I recommend to do it standing up and laying down, because when you lay down, the teacher change position, and maybe you can find something. So it's not only the mass that you can find, but if anybody notes a change on the skin texture, any rash, any discharge from the nipple. So those are little symptoms that don't just let it go and say, oh, this is going to go away. Something is from there. Maybe something bad, something not too bad, but always be aware of that situation. And also, cancer is really a silent illness. Like in my case, I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel the bump until later on. So I was having a normal life. Didn't know that the cancer was growing inside of me. Thanks God I found it, because otherwise, if I didn't find it 2.5 years ago, today this interview probably didn't happen or was in a different direction.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
So
Thank
prevention saves lives. I'm a testament of that.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank God. Thank God for your experience and that. Thank God that you're here sharing the adventure and sharing all the great things on how people can get involved
Oh,
with Believe.
and I forgot one more thing. We have a support group. So in the website, on the social media, there is a way to register for our support group. So we meet once a month online. We tried in person, but it was hard, but online once a month. So if you need support, just register and we can also talk and get support.
Amazing. So we will share the information there as well. Thank you so much, Nelcy. Thank you so much for everybody watching.